It's Tay's Green Life, and I'm here with Mindy from Dying Oath. Hi, Mindy. How
Hi,
are you
Sarah.
today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. What's going on with Dying Oath? Let's hear it. Who is Dying Oath?
Well, we just released an EP with 3 new songs, which were old songs to us, but new songs to everybody else that we kind of wanted to go back to our roots where we started and release some stuff that meant a lot to us. So we did that. We have more music that we're working on, some stuff that we're recording currently, videos, the whole 9 yards, trying to get things ready for more releases. We got tons of stuff that we're doing during the summer for shows, Michigan Metal Fest.
Yeah.
We've got a weekender next weekend with Nailbite and a couple of other things, the usual.
Cool. That's cool. So speaking of stuff like that, I guess you guys did Louder Than Life.
We did. That was a crazy, crazy experience. It was like a fan voted thing. So people started putting our name down on stuff, and we ended up winning out of like almost 600 bands, they told us,
That's
across
cool.
the United States, which was absolutely insane. But it was a really cool experience. They treated us like absolute royalty, and I would love to do it again. So if anybody's listening, Metal Gods, help us out.
I think that's cool. I think it's great when festivals, add a little bit of local bands into it and try to help them. I was at Warped Tour, and it's crazy because I wasn't even gonna go. Someone just happened to buy me tickets, and I was like, I can't not go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you have to go.
And then they were doing a lot of local bands in the morning, and then they had like a unplugged section where local bands could play and people could walk up and watch them, and I think that's cool too. And it's important because you got all these big bands touring, but you got to add a little local to it. You got to add a little bit of the community, help others around because we all started small.
Absolutely. I actually discovered Paramore at Warped Tour one year, like before they were famous,
Yeah,
before they were big, and ended up seeing them and fell in love with them. And like the following year, they blew up. So I think
yeah,
that them having smaller bands like that is really helping careers out there.
and it is, and stuff like that, like building up your career. What do you think people need to get there, to get where you guys are?
Oh, I don't even know where we are at this point. Like it's so surreal that I've spent almost 25 years of my life playing shows and traveling and whatnot. So like it's weird to me still being in it and then looking back at all the things that I've accomplished in my career and all the things that the band has accomplished since I've been in Dying Oath. So I don't really know. Like people tell us that we're big and we're this and we're that, but I feel like we're still like the local band that started out. So
Yeah,
I don't know. We've had some great opportunities. Some of it has been hard work. Some of it's been luck. But I think that, you know, media outlets like yourself, that helps us get ahead. I think that social media obviously is a huge way to get out there. I mean, people are getting discovered on TikTok and
yeah.
things like that. But definitely these bigger festivals giving bands like us opportunities and national acts giving us opportunities to open. That's definitely what regional bands need and local bands need for sure.
Definitely. And obviously, you're saying TikTok and promotions on the media. A lot of bands don't want to jump on the TikTok gene. And I mean, I also hate TikTok because I think it's like all brain rot, but it helps businesses because you have like all these, especially like the band Heavy Hitter. They blew up on TikTok.
Yeah.
Fucking Face Yourself blew up on TikTok. Like all these bands, and like I hate it, but I understand why we have to use it. It's another way to platform our sounds and our music, and getting numbers is also important too. I think that's the big thing too.
I agree. It's just hard because,
Yeah.
like, if you started out back when I did, I come from a time when you get people to come out to shows by standing out on the street corner and handing out
Yeah.
flyers, or you're texting your friends and telling them to tell their friends. So, having to be a content creator now, on top of being our own manager, our own booking agents, our own videographers, literally everything. And now we have to be content creators in order to keep up. And it feels very foreign, like,
Yeah.
especially to me, like you see a lot of teenagers and stuff like that on TikTok, and they're absolutely killing it. And, you know, you put me in front of a camera and I feel awkward as hell. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm starting to understand it more, and the algorithms and how they work and how to use it to the advantage of our business. But it really sucks that we have to do that. Like, it's not even a want to or a need to. It's we have to do that in order for us to keep up with what's going on today. So it's hard. It's hard, but we'll get there.
Well, I also think TikTok is dying because you can't like post as much as you want to on there. You can't add music from other bands on there. Like I feel like more doing like Instagram reels and stuff and YouTube videos is a lot more efficient than TikTok, because TikTok is, your people's, brains are short. So
Yeah,
like a time frame,
10-second
yeah.
videos.
And I feel like Instagram is trying to better their stuff to where TikTok is kind of going down. Because like I
agree.
don't feel like it's a thing anymore.
I feel like honestly, like you said, it's good in a certain way because a lot of bands are blowing up that way. But it sucks in the same right because with Facebook and TikTok, we can't even use our own music half the time.
Yeah.
Like we use our own music and then we get flagged for it. And then I have to fill out this whole thing of like, hey, I own the rights to this. Here's the proof of that. And every time I post a video, I have to do that every single time. And it's like, you have all the information there to just check and see who the rights of the music belongs to. But who am I? I just work here.
Yeah, because I have your own music, because I've actually had videos getting taken down of bands that I talked to. And I was like, this is a mess.
Yeah, we've had that issue too. We've had people that, like yourself that has played our music and stuff like that. And then they'll come back to us and be like, I got flagged for using your music, even though we gave them permission to do so.
I feel like AI is really good to a certain extent, because AI should be able to pick out, like, this is obviously not their song, and then, like, listen to the video, or, because they don't even, like, I don't even know how they even, like, go about deleting stuff like that. Like, I don't know what the process is. Like, can you not hear me say, this is not my song?
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, copyrights help people, because people might steal your stuff. So, like, it's
very dicey for sure. I mean, it's definitely very dicey. It's a thin line. Like, I think that technology has helped us and hurt us in a lot of ways. It's very 50-50, unfortunately.
And now there's like AI bands out there.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, is labels are producing AI bands now that I don't know. I don't even know what to think about all that. I feel like it's crazy to me to live in a time where it's happening, but also I'm not surprised at the same time, because labels just want money. And so if they can do that without paying people, then it's whatever, I guess. I don't know.
And like I feel like it helps bands, but like at the same time, like they have to do more work when you start like becoming, streaming out there. They're burning out. They constantly have to be on tour. They constantly have to like produce videos and TikTok videos and all that. And when they all they want to do is create music. So like it takes the fun out of it, because now it's like a business.
Yeah, labels now, they don't think about how good your music is or how it's going to connect with people or anything like that. They look at how many Instagram followers you have and how many TikTok followers you have. And I've heard of some of like the best bands getting turned down because they don't have like 500,000 followers, which is insane to me, because they do all of this stuff to kind of hold you back from getting that many followers and from people seeing you and from the algorithms. Like, they make it almost impossible. And then when you actually are putting in the work, they're like, oh, well, you're good enough when we like your music, but you don't have enough followers. Cool.
Or, what they could do? They can do all that work. Like, you guys just create the music, and then someone else kind of does all the content creating and the video writing and all that stuff. Because, like, you guys you know how to do music. And now you got to learn how to run a computer. And like, uh, I like, because I hate the computer, and yet I have a fucking social media business. And there'll be times where I'm like doing work, and then like I'm just like, why did I want to do this? I'm like, why do I want to be on a computer?
I definitely feel the same way. I'm not like super tech savvy, but I have to be in order to keep the band rolling. And it's sad because like I didn't start out in this business to be a content creator. And so now we've got to find other ways to stay relevant, regardless of how much work we put into our music or time or money or, you know, whatever the case may be. So it's hard. It's hard being in the business. We've had a lot of label offers. And then when we talk to them, I'm like, well, you're only offering the things that we're already doing for ourselves. So why would I pay a third party to do what I'm already doing? Like, if you're not going to help me with social media, if you're not going to help with promotion, if you're not going to pay for tours, if you're not going to pay for studio time, what do I really need from you? Because labels now are just, they're banks. So they give you money forward and then they give you all these deadlines to pay that money back. But if you're not able to like do the promo and do the studio time and all the stuff that you need out of pocket, then you've got to pay all that money back. And it's very sad to me that so many bands could be succeeding today, but a lot of their labels have their foot on their throat, so to speak. So it's, the music business as a whole is completely different in today's environment than it was 20 years ago. And it's all because of social media.
Yeah, like social media, like I loved it when it was like not regulated and like not like a money thing. Now I do like what YouTube is doing now, where they're getting rid of a lot of AI stuff. Like people who only do AI, they're trying to make more relevant real people out there that are creating content, and that's cool. But the thing about TikTok is it's just like TikTok dumbs it down for people, and I don't like that. I think these, you know, content creators, which is funny because I'm considered a content creator, but like there's content creator that like just walk through the grocery store and people are watching them walk through the grocery store, and like I'm watching kids watch this stuff and I'm like, that is insane.
Yeah, the fact that people can do literally almost nothing and blow up and get tons of money for doing nothing breaks my heart, when there's so many different types of artists, not just musicians, but so many different types of artists that are on there just going through grueling hours every day trying to work their butts off to have two people go and view their stuff when they're actually working hard and doing what they need to succeed and getting nowhere with it.
That's why I'm like, I don't mind streaming. It's just the whole, like, if I don't have anybody watching, that's going to suck to me. So I always like pre-record my stuff and then like edit it and get it out there. Cause like, I mean, I like the raw footage, but I also like to just cut out things because I just know like people are going to get bored. Like just gonna hear me giggle the whole time. And like sometimes you have to use that. And then like with the AI, like I can now like have my whole transcript like on the side of the screen of everything in my video, and I can just click on it and it deletes it like that. So then the editing process is like making it just a tiny bit easier, but this shit's hard. You know, I had to learn this shit on YouTube. Like I haven't really had like, I'm by myself most of the time. I don't really have anybody doing anything for me. And like Google has become my best friend. And
I feel that.
I think that's something we need to talk about, because people act like the information for things aren't there either. You can type it up and it's right there. You can find bands so easy now. Like before you had to like get their CD or hear them on the radio. Now you can literally just type it up in a second and your video and content is right there. And that's pretty cool.
That's the cool part of it, but I think also the not so cool part about it is that you can see anything live nowadays. And so like that's one of the problems we have with shows now. You know, back in the day, I remember playing shows at a small bar for like hundreds of people back when I was just a teenager. And now you have to like work your butt off to get anybody to come out, because they can go back and watch your live show on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, or their friend Sally can come to the show and record it live so they don't have to show up, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So Like I said, I love it and I hate it. It's definitely a love-hate relationship.
And since we're jumping in a lot, yeah, like the whole your fan base has kind of jumped up too. Like that's pretty cool. And like how does that feel? And did you guys reach your expectations into getting the new fan base?
Yeah, I think that we've exceeded our expectations. Like when we first started out, um, we didn't even plan to play shows. We didn't plan to do anything. We were just a couple of friends that like to drink beer on the weekend and jam, we just
Yeah.
like to hang out. And then one of our friends was like, "You guys are doing really well. Like the music's really good. Why don't you guys play a show?" So we played our first show, and honest to God, it just kind of like took off from there. Like we played one show and then it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until we're playing like Blue Ridge Rock Fest and Louder Than Life and things like this. And then that blew things up even further because then people see it on social media and you've made new fans and they tell their friends. And then we've just created this army, so to speak, not even trying. It's just people in the metal community really will cling to what they love and they'll be loyal to that till the very end. And we're very lucky, very, very lucky to have the fan base that we have, because most of the opportunities that we've had has been because of them. It's not because of our music or the work that we've put in. It's because our fans are always advocating for us every day. So that's one thing that I do love about the internet, is that most of our fan base found us on Facebook or on YouTube
Yeah.
or Spotify or whatever, and then they just kind of stayed with us. And I think that's been something that has boosted us along the way and kept us motivated and wanting to keep doing it, because at times it's hard. We've gone through a lot of member changes. We went through the pandemic. We've gone through tons of obstacles to continue to be a band. We all have kids and we're all older now at this point, and we have regular jobs and we're regular
Yeah.
people. And so it's hard to juggle those things and it's hard to keep up. And a lot of our fans are the ones that are posting our stuff for us and
Yeah.
on things and keeping things moving. It's like little cogs in a big machine, and we're just a part of it. We've become a part of this community now, and it's been really beautiful. I can't thank the fans enough for sticking behind us and watching our interviews and coming to our shows and buying our merch and all of those things, because we're just a band. We just make music. We don't really have any other means of
Yeah.
doing what we love other than connecting with people. And so the fact that we have connected to people that have been so loyal to us is insane to me.
And then you have growing bands also wearing some of your merch. What's her name? Was it Deadlands? I think that's her, right? She.
Yeah, so Casey from
Yes.
Deadlands snagged a shirt and was wearing our shirt. And then we had Ivy from Kitty was wearing our shirt on tour. And it's really surreal that other bands like us, I mean, it's one thing
Yeah.
to have like a fan base and people that enjoy it, but like the bands that you loved and have watched over the years and have been a huge fan of, returning that love is a whole nother
Yes.
level of like mind blown, to be honest.
I think that's cool. And then like Kitty's coming back too. And then like I just think it's cool because now like you could have an opportunity to like play with them, do a bunch of stuff with them, and that's internet. Love you, but I still hate you at the same time. Um, but yeah, because of your growing fan base, the shares, and then now bands are listening to your stuff and wearing your merch is like so cool. Like I love like I interviewed a band like a couple of years ago and now they're kind of blowing up, and then I went up to one of the members and I was like, "Hey, I'm from blah blah blah." And he's like, "Bro, I know." He was like, "Come here, give me a hug." He was like, "You're doing so good." And I was like, "Oh, you see my stuff? Like that's crazy." Cuz like I'm so used to bands, some bands, not all. They'll do stuff with me and then they don't promote me ever or talk about me or anything, and I'm like, bro, I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just sitting here chilling, talking to a band I enjoy listening to.
Yeah,
And
that's the entire point of networking, though, is like you're doing us a favor.
yeah,
You're getting our name out. You're helping people get to know us on a personal level, and we can't do that just through music. But in
yeah,
the same right, I feel like we kind of owe it to you to also promote you, because it's a win-win situation, and
yeah,
that's how the community keeps growing, and that's how we continue to do podcasts, and that's how we continue to do shows and things like that. So I think that we're a band that definitely understands
yeah,
that every single person that does promote us and every single person that does come to a show or buy merch or listens to our music is more important than we are. We're just part of the bigger picture. And so without you guys,
yeah,
especially media people as yourself, without you guys, we're just random faces behind guitars, you
yeah,
know? Nobody really knows who we are or what we're about. And I think that radio shows back in the day and TV shows back in
yeah,
the day, that's how a lot of bands became well known, and that's what made people connect with them. It wasn't the music. There's billions of bands out there, and they're going to have millions of songs out there that you connect to, but it's the connection with the actual band that really ropes people into being fans. And so that's something that we have always appreciated 100%.
And then you also gotta, because I love this band. Not a lot of people like this band. But Sleep Token right now is blowing up, and they have a good amount of fans, but they also have like the really weird ones, the ones that are like
Yeah.
sexualizing them and like stalking them because they don't want the world to know who they are. You know, they only want to be, Sleep Token. They don't want to be whoever is behind the Sleep Token mask. And people also need to realize that they're people. Yeah, they're rock stars, but they're people as well. They deserve their privacy and their respect. That's something like I've seen big bands having issues with people like sexualizing them and being like, it's just so weird because like I like Sleep Token at a healthy pace. I'm like, yeah, I like the lore, I like the story behind it, I like the mask, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to hook up with Vessel,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, that's a business, bro.
Some of it becomes really culty and dangerous at some
Yes.
point. Like I can't imagine, because even at our scale, like we've had some strange people, we've had some strange connections, we've had people that, you know, wanted some weird things and whatnot. And I get being a fan. I mean, I've been a fangirl. Like I'm a huge fangirl when it comes to Kitty. Like that's my favorite band. Like I'm a huge fangirl.
Yeah,
But I also realize that we're all on the same level as humans, and they need their discretion and, peace like everybody else does. And so when people don't respect that, it's very unhealthy. And I think even at our level, we have people that think that we owe them something.
yeah,
And as much as I respect that, because we do owe a lot to our fans, I don't have to communicate with you on that level. There's a level of respect of where, okay, I'll communicate with you. I answer every message. I talk to every fan. I try to answer every comment that I can. I feel like that's part of it. But sometimes it's very disrespectful and it gets to be very uncomfortable. And I've been put in some very uncomfortable situations, especially as a woman. And I really
yeah.
don't appreciate the unhealthy behaviors. Like, just be a normal human, for God's sake.
I get a, I have weird men in my inbox always asking me for content, and I'm like, sir, can you watch my YouTube video? I'm like, that's my content. Watch that shit. Don't fucking. Oh, you look hot. You look like this hot metal chick. I've actually had bands grab up on me, like at shows, and I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this. I'm like, no, it's not happening, because like it's rough out here for a girl, and this metal. Men are metal. It's a white man metal world, and
It
like
is. And
they
it's unhealthy on both sides, too. Like, just like you said, I've been around other band members that are like,
yeah,
hey, you're in a band, so it's okay that we're friendly and like things like that. I'm like, just because you're in a band does not give you the right on any level, whether you're local, regional, national star, that still doesn't give you any type of say so when it comes to other people's bodies or their bubbles.
Like if I want to dress, like, I mean, there's a whole get up for, you know, metal chicks, and you know, we wear skirts, we wear platform boots, we do it, but that doesn't mean you gotta grab up on my leg and touch me. Like that's inappropriate. Like I'm here for the music, and you shouldn't grab on me like that, regardless if you're in a band or not. Even the fans, like that. It's the same way. Like I don't want like a random dude being like, "Hey, I like your channel, but also can I like buy stuff from you?" And I'm like, "No, we're not doing that." Like
Yeah,
donate to, like if you want to like send me money for my videos, not like for my body parts, and don't treat me like I'm a body part.
yeah, I've experienced that from a lot of different aspects. I've experienced that from fans. I've experienced that from people that are offering things like radio play, stuff like that. I've experienced that from other band members, from other bands. I've experienced that from my own band members, not my current band members, obviously, but I've experienced that in past bands where like band members have hit on me and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, like people are so entitled and I don't understand where it comes from. Like, I guess maybe I was just raised right. I don't know, but the egos of some people, and I don't know, the mindset is just weird
It's
to me.
annoying.
Nobody owes you anything ever.
Yeah. I'm like, I just want to listen to music. I don't want to be and if I happen to like band dudes too, it's nobody's business. I mean, band dudes are hot. Like someone who is interested in a hobby like that, who works really hard in their hobby, is hot to me. Like I work really hard in my hobby, and like that's something to, you know, be proud of. Like I'm working really good in something that I want to do that makes me happy. Like that's attractive. But the whole like egotistic, I'm in a local band, I'm bigger than you energy is just so gross to me, because like we're all working hard together. We're all building each other up, and like healthy competition is fine. But like we also should be working together. Like who are we, you know, we ain't got nobody else. Like we got to stick together. We got to do this, like fans and bands. And
It's
a lot
supposed
of
to
time,
be
yeah.
community. You know, it's supposed to be a family. It's supposed to be a community. And I try my hardest to keep it that way. You know, like we even include the kids and things like that. But I think that it's hard these days because like even some of the bands that we grew up listening to are now being outed for terrible, disgusting things. And, you know, a lot of us were teenage girls like going out and watching and listening to these bands and meeting these people. And then, you know, you get into bands, playing in bands where guys are acting like that. And you're like, dude, like, what is this mindset of like, I can just get away with anything because I sing okay? You know, like what I don't know. It is very disgusting to me too. I think that we should all be working together. And, you know, I've been in the situation where a lot of bands want to gatekeep other bands from succeeding and things like that. And I'm like, dude, there's more than one spot at the top.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to hurt you or your fan base if another band is succeeding. If anything, you should be cheering them on because you know how hard it is to do the same thing. So why are you trying to put your foot on somebody else's head when you could be helping them and pushing them further along to be the next big thing? You know, we've had help from other bands, and so we've always been the band that if you message us for advice or you want to know who made our merch or you want whatever, you know, we've always been the band that thinks that it's cool to help other bands because we had that for us. And it's part of growing the community because if there aren't other bands, if there aren't other venue owners, if there aren't fans out there that love everybody in the scene, then your scene is going to die. And that's just the truth of it. So why would you not want to help the rest of your community succeed? You're just putting your foot in your own mouth. And I've just never understood that mindset. But once again, maybe I was just raised right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody's. I mean, if you like, push me to the point where I have to be that way, then I get it. But like, I want to be cool with all the other podcasters. I want to be cool with all the women in metal. I want to be cool with all the photographers. Like, I get it. Get the hot photo, but also let me also get a hot photo too. Like, it's I feel like teamwork makes the dream work at this point. Like,
I agree, but I've seen it in every community. I've seen the rivalry, like, around the photographers and fighting each other for photos, and I've seen bands hating on other bands, and I've seen, podcasters and other media outlets fighting against each other for the same interviews and things like that. And I just don't. I'm like, the more the merrier in my head.
I love talking to other podcasters. Like, I think it's great. Yeah, if that person's being funny, I'm gonna want them to be a co-host, and I don't mind doing that either. And I don't mind being co-host to other podcasters, but don't, like, if I'm also trying to get that same band, and because we both like the same music, don't pickpocket and like piggyback ride on me either. Like, also find your own stuff. Like, the internet is there. You can literally look it up. Like, people talk, like, become friends. What I do is I become friends with like regular people. And then they tell me bands. They're like, oh, I listen to this band. You should check this band out. I listen to them, check them out. And I'm like, that's cool. Like, we can do stuff like that. But like, don't try to like piggyback off me or I piggyback off you. Let's do it together at the same time. Like, find your own stuff, find my own stuff, because it's my podcast. Like, I want to talk to the band. I want to put my own, like, Taylor's Moody baloney stuff on the stuff because I created it. And, like, we can create together, but don't try to, like, take it from me either. Like,
yeah, I think that if we work together, everybody wins. And when we don't work together, everybody's fighting for a spot. So it doesn't make sense that people are making that environment for themselves, so to speak. Like, I feel like everybody's just making it harder by not helping each other when we could all be succeeding.
We're supposed to be together. We're not supposed to be arguing, fighting. There shouldn't be all these men doing these. It could be both sides, men or women doing horrible things to each other. Like, people shouldn't be sexualized here. There shouldn't be abusers. There shouldn't be pedophiles. There shouldn't be any of that stuff. It should just be about music and healthy and good. Like, metal is screaming, but it doesn't have to be that way, because some metal people are the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, metal
like,
is love.
Softies. That's all I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be about hate. It can also be about coming together and building each other up, but also realizing that it's you out there. It's not like I can't have this other podcaster on here editing my own stuff. I have to be the one to do that. I have to put in the work and effort, and it's gonna show. Like, you can't. I don't know where I'm going with it, but I hope you understand.
I do. No, I totally do. It's just this weird concept of, and I think the internet, in a way, has made people feel like they have to be in competition because of the numbers, because of the amount of fans that are showing, at the top of the page and whatever else. And there's this fight to, well, we have to make these deadlines, we have to make these numbers, we have to do all these things. Well, this band is doing it better than us, so we're going to hate on them. Like, what is that about? Like, we've had bands that literally have just basically said that they hate us. Like, bands that we helped, bands that I wouldn't say that are like below us, but we're just starting out. So they were smaller bands, and we had helped them get shows and stuff like that. And I would never say anybody's name on here because that's just not who I am. But we had helped, these said bands, like, get ahead, so to speak, and to get their first shows and things like that. And then we hear in the community that they're talking smack about us because we're succeeding. And it didn't happen until we started getting festivals and stuff like that. And that's the only common denominator that I can think of, is like, now you're mad at us because we've moved up a level, when you could be using that time to work harder to be on the same level, instead of trying to hold us back from something we earned through hard work. Sorry for venting.
It's okay. It's something that, like, that is the thing that is happening. Like, these are characteristics of the scene, and like, things that can make the scene better is literally just working together. And a lot of people just don't want to. And I guess that's fair. That's cool. Like, healthy competition is okay. but don't treat me like I'm a bad person because I am also doing good. You know, don't treat me like if I do something differently than how you do it, also don't be mad at me either. Like I I talk to bands, I go to shows, I may drink a little bit. Like, oh well, it's it's my life. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm out here just doing what I want to do and following my dreams.
Yeah, I
Just as
think
much as you are. Yeah.
I
And
think
like I shouldn't be judged for it. Yeah.
that's the thin line too, is like, if you're hating on other bands because they're doing terrible things to people, that's one thing.
Yes.
I get that. If you're doing terrible things or you've been accused of terrible things, I'm probably not going to want to work with you, and I'm probably going to steer clear of that. But if you're just a band that's doing better than me or is working hard to get to a different level than what I'm doing or using a different path to get there, who am I to hate on that? Because, I don't have the time to even think about hating other people for reasons like that. I'm too busy doing my own thing and staying in my own lane and working my ass off. If everybody did that, then nobody would have time to really care what the other band is doing, or photographers or whoever,
Dude, I don't care. Like, okay, you were able to have, this is the one thing that gets me. I don't have like this big income to buy the best equipment. So I'm going to buy what I think can work for me. Like, and then I see, all these photographers and these dope ass cameras, and I'm like, that's cool as shit. My little camera I got at a pawn shop. Like,
I'm not gonna hate on them for it,
Yeah, I don't care. Like, good for you. I hope you get the best shot, but don't judge me because I think I'm gonna get a good shot with a camera I got at a pawn shop. Like, it's about what what I think is good and what people enjoy. Like, I don't judge nobody about anything unless you are being a shitty person. Then I will say something.
It's the same for musicians too. Not everybody's going to have money to like pay the biggest producers on the block or pay the best videographers that they have for content. Not everybody can do that.
Yep.
So, I usually judge people on their character. I'm not going to be like, oh, your music sucks because it isn't the best quality. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Sometimes they're still more talented than the people that are producing billion-dollar records. That's just the way that it all works. But unless you're being an asshole to me, I'm probably gonna like you.
That's how I am too. Like, because I've outed a couple bands, and people will be like, "Why would we want to talk to you if you're just gonna tell on us?" And I'm like, "Well, don't be a piece of shit."
That's not your fault. That's like somebody was assaulted and then told about it and ruined the other person's life, and it's the person that got assaulted. Like that.
Yeah.
That mentality is what is wrong with the world today, genuinely, and it's the entire reason why people are scared to speak out about things too, because they end up being the victim, and people hate them for being the victim. It's insane to me. Now, I get
it's my own fault. I was talking to those dudes. It's my fault that they were mean to me, and it's my fault that I told other people about it. Like,
that's not how that works.
No.
How you dress thing. Like, you could walk naked down the street and that's not asking for assault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't care who wants to fight me on this. I will die on this hill. You're not asking for anything that somebody is pushing on you. Ever. Yes. Like, that's something that I write a lot of our songs about. Genuinely, is like, all the things that people don't want to talk about, that they're scared to talk about, that they're scared to get canceled for because that's things we shouldn't talk about. I don't care. I didn't start a rock band to be small-minded. I didn't start a rock band to have an ego. I started a rock band because I wanted to rebel against the system that's screwing everything over. That's what metal is about. It's about connecting to the other freaks of the world that don't fit in, but it's also about taking all the terrible things that are happening and talking about it so that it's normalized so that people can heal from it.
Yes, like I just feel like if you're a shitty person, you shouldn't have a following. You shouldn't have people listening to your music. I don't care. Like, it just pisses me off because I'm like, dude, just be a cool person. Just be a good person. Don't be mean to your fans. Don't be mean to women. Like,
it sucks because like a lot of these people that have been outed, like, I still love their music, but I can't bring myself
Yeah.
to support it because you've done terrible things to the very people that supported you.
Like the
And to me,
dude
that's
from Brand New. Oh god,
I
Brand New is my
love Brand
favorite
New.
fucking band.
I
But fuck
absolutely,
him.
but yeah, that's
Like it's horrible, and they're touring right now too. And I'm like,
yeah. I don't think that they deserve other people's
nope,
money. Like if you
nope.
want to make music, do it on your own time, but I don't think that they deserve people's support and money if they're going to be terrible to the people that got them where they are.
Literally,
And
like
you know that you're using that power for wrong. You know,
yes.
and that's the
I
most
just hate it.
disgusting
Hate
thing on
it.
the planet to me. Like I don't care if we become bigger than Sleep Token, for example.
Yeah.
I don't care. There's never a point in my mind where I could ever sleep at night knowing that I harmed another person that supported me in any way, shape, or form, whether it be assault or whatever the case may be. You can't use the power that people gave you
Yep.
to hurt them. Like that's just evil. That's absolute evil.
Mm-hmm. It's disgusting. Like sometimes I get free shows and I like that, but then also some of the times I'm like I'm just gonna put money into this ticket because they deserve it. Like I have a weird thing with being guest listed because I'm like, I feel like the band I owe the band a little bit of money. Like they need a little bit of money. The venue needs that money. Like
Yeah, well,
and that too bothers me a little bit because I don't mind it. Like it's nice, but I honestly like paying for the tickets and
well, for
going.
me, it's
Yeah.
one of those things where like if I put you on the guest list, like I put friends and family on the guest list, like people that helped us get here, people that have helped us carry our gear, people that have helped us, get to practice, that have given us gas money, that have fed us, that have done these things, that
Yes.
helped us get merch, whatever, you're getting guest listed. I don't care. Like that's just how it is. You've given me something, I'm going to give back to you. People that are taking our photographs, people that like you are doing our interviews or whatever,
Yes.
you're getting guest listed. You deserve that. You're
Yeah.
working for it. You are contributing, which is better than money to me.
Yeah.
Like we came into this knowing we're not going to make a lot of money. That's
Yeah.
not acceptable to me.
I don't
But
make any money.
people that
Yeah.
never want to come to your
Yeah.
shows, that never watch your interviews, that never contribute to your community as a whole ever, that are the ones that are like, can you put me on your guest list? Absolutely not. And it's not because I don't care about you as a
Yeah.
fan, because I appreciate you being there. But if you're an actual fan,
Hmm.
you're going to pay to see us because you know how much we need that money.
Yeah, like I'm going to see Distressed with Alpha Wolf, and I could have been like, hey, can I just get a guest list? But I was like, hey man, what's your cash app? I'm like, what's your stuff? I'm like, I'll send it right now, and I gave him a little extra, and I'm like, we're cool. Like I don't care. Like I also like know other business owners, and like I got my chest tattoo for like a discount, but like I also gave him a large tip. Like because
Well,
I'm like, you tattooed
how
me,
it
man.
should
Yeah,
be.
like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
how it should
mind doing that.
like we get free stuff all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Like being in a band, a lot of times you get free stuff all the time, and that's cool. But I'm always that person that's like, okay, well, at least let me pay your gas money. At
Yeah.
least let me buy you dinner. Let me do something to
Let me
say
buy a
thank
T-shirt.
you.
Let me
Yeah, let
donate
me
just
do
a tiny
something
bit. Like
to contribute. Like when I went to work for Kitty, I got a free show because I was doing the video for Kitty, and I got to be around them all day. So I
that's
get
so
a
cool.
free show, but not
Yeah.
only did I put money into the gas money to get there because I had to drive several hours away, but I blew up their merch,
Yeah.
Like you've given me like a priceless experience. The least that I can do is wear your t-shirt when I'm on stage because you did something good for me. Like that's how the community should work as a whole, is everybody giving to each other and nobody taking. If we're all giving equally, then nobody is taking, and the community works better that way.
Hmm. Like cause my stuff's expensive. Even like I had to buy new equipment. I had to like I have to pay for subscriptions, a lot of subscriptions, and I hate it because I'm like, why can't it all just be in one? Why do I have to pay for like a distributor? Why I gotta pay a different editing? Why I gotta, like Adobe, I have to pay for 4 different types of things on Adobe when it all can just be in one. And I'm like, I don't ask for much. I'm either asking for a promotion, or you help me with, my videos, or you donate to me. Like, or you be my friend and you help me with shows. Like, that's all I ask. And like, I don't feel like that's too much. Like, it's hard out here for everybody.
It is. That's the same for us. I mean, I don't think people understand how much money goes into producing songs or producing videos or just regular content, or how much money it costs us just to drive to the show that we're getting paid back for. I say paid back because we pay out of pocket to get there. Yep. When we get paid, that money just went back to what we paid to get there a lot of times, because we don't really ask. Like, a lot of times we'll ask for a guarantee. But that's to pay our gas. Yeah, that's not for our food. That's not for our lodging. That's not for whatever. It's our gas to get to the show you asked us to play. Like, I don't think that's asking too much. And we've gotten to a point where we've had to do that because we have 5 people that we have to get there. We have tons of equipment that is going to weigh down our vehicles that cost more gas. And gas for vans and buses is extreme in today's climate. So a lot of times we're actually paying out more than we're getting paid through the guarantee.
And then like, you gotta take into account that you also have another income too. So like, you don't make all of your money through the music. You also put in from your other income as well. And like, I work a full-time job and I throw all my money into this, and like, that's also a thing too. That
a lot of people don't understand that most of us bands, my band included, we don't make any money from the band. Every penny that we make goes into a band fund, and it goes back into gas. It goes into production. It goes into merch, so that we don't pay those things out of pocket. We call it recycling. Because if we're taking all that money and putting it in our pockets, guess what? We're paying it all back out the next week anyway. So we don't make money at music. We have never. I've worked at this for 25 years. I don't make money at this. I don't. It goes back into all the things that I'm giving to you guys. More music, more videos, merch, shows, whatever. You don't make money at being a musician. That's why they call us starving artists. Like, they call us for a reason. And I know it's the same with the media, and I know it's the same for the photographers. A lot of photographers and media people that show up, they don't even get paid to do that. They do it because they love it, and they just spent all this money on food and gas, and they're getting nothing in return. And you can't even so much as put the credit on the stuff that they give you. Come on, man. Like,
it just, a like is one thing, but like a share and a shout out is another thing.
That goes a long way. And people don't realize that, because if I've got 20,000 followers and I share your stuff, that goes out to 20,000 more followers than what you had.
Yeah, it helps me out. Like,
for us. And I don't get why 2 seconds of your time is so hard.
I actually have to go to work in a little bit too, which is funny. But yeah, I'm taking my own time out. Like, I have to edit, and now instead of, because like I used to just do 30-minute intervals, now I'm doing hour, and I'm trying to use different techniques and to learn how to do. Like, earlier I was pulling up a video, but I guess because their Wi-Fi kept going in and out, their audio and their video wasn't coming through, and I was like, oh God. So I had to like, the cool thing is I don't know how to use StreamYard. This is like the second time I've used it, and everyone keeps recommending it, and like, I don't want to pay for Zoom. Like, Zoom, you have to pay. If you're going to go over 30 minutes, you got to pay. And I think that's ridiculous. Look, let me pay one subscription, and then you cover all of that for me. And that's what StreamYard does. And if I want to stream, I could just connect to YouTube immediately. And I think that's cool. Like, there's new stuff out there, but like, costs money. And it's
unfortunately,
and then you, like, which is ironic, like, if you do YouTube videos, eventually if you get enough following, you'll eventually make money. So, but it's not even a lot of money. It's just
well, it's like, for us, I mean, we make money on the band page, and we make money on, like Spotify and stuff like that, but it's like $10 a month.
Literally.
What am I supposed to do? Buy
Yeah, like, and then because you also have another income. You started at a radio station. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's insane to me because like it was my favorite radio station growing up.
Hmm.
And then a couple of months ago, the band got played in rotation on that. And
That's
I was
cool.
like on cloud nine. I'm like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened. Like, we're on our local radio station. Like, being on Sirius XM and stuff like that was really cool for us because it went out around the world.
Yeah.
But being on your favorite local radio station,
Yes.
to me, is just, I don't know. It's so euphoric. It's such a beautiful experience. And then the same radio station offered me a job. And I was like, what is life right now? Now I get to be an on-air personality on my favorite radio station. Like, how does that happen?
I'm hoping eventually the same thing kind of happens to me. Like somebody sees me and they're like, I really like your stuff, and then like, cause like I don't have a degree doing this. I didn't go to school for any of this. I just picked it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like someone other groups want to work with me. Like my stuff's about to be on like a streaming radio show. So like I have like every Friday, my whole episode's gonna be on there.
That's
And so
awesome.
multiple people can look at it. Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool because that's another way to get my stuff out other than YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, all of that. Like that's so cool. And then I'm also learning how to stream and do live videos, so that's also gonna help. So social media is really good in that way. But at the same time, it dumbs it down for people, and I'm like,
Yeah, social media helps me a lot, especially being on the radio station
yep.
and being able to promote the band and my solo project and all that stuff. But at the same time, that's more stuff I have to promote too. So now I've got to promote the band, the solo project, and the radio station and all the collabs and whatever else I'm doing. So it helps, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and then also I have to talking. I'm like, because I love to talk, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to message this person back. I want to put my phone down and look at something else. Like I haven't watched TV in like 2 weeks because I've just been when I have free time, and I'm going like this. Let me message somebody. Let me do that. Let me do that. And I'm like, wait, like 2 hours have gone by and I need to go to bed. Like, and that's one thing too. Like people don't understand. Like if I'm on my phone, it's I'm messaging like 10 people back now. And because like I build up my social media by doing a little bit of modeling and talking to people and building up the connections with just random people, and then I just started adding band dudes, and then I started just following other bands, and now it's like I get 30 friend requests in a day, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
It's for me too, because I have to not only like promote all the things that I have going on, but then I get hundreds of messages a day of like, I also do the booking for the band. I also do the merch. I also do all these things. So I'm constantly having to talk to people all the time to try and keep things relevant, to keep things going. And now that I'm part of the radio station, I have people messaging me all the time being like, hey, can you play my song?
You're probably going to need a separate phone at this point.
Yeah. It's hard, especially when you're at home and you're trying to have a relationship, or you're trying to hang out with your friends, or you're trying to be at a birthday party, or whatever the fact may be, and you're constantly blowing up all the time, and it's hard to keep up with. And then on
you
top
forget
of that,
you have shit to do with your family, or you plan something and then you're like, oh fuck, my bad.
And then when you work like you and I do, there's deadlines for everything. Yes. So you're like, I have an interview at this time. I've got to set this up at this time with this person. We've got a show at this time. I've got to. It's so much
work. I have to go to shows on my days off when I'm already tired from work. Like yesterday, I did one interview and I was like, I gotta hang out with family. I need to chill. And all we did was just chill all night. And it's what I needed because I was burning out. And that's also important too. Like sometimes you have to put the phone down and step away for a second because you're not this superhuman person that could be on your phone and social 24/7.
Well, the hard thing is like sometimes I don't have that. I don't have the opportunity to stop when I'm burnt out because I still have to play a show regardless.
Yes, that's true.
Interview. I still have to go and talk on the radio. I still have to book this thing or order the merch or whatever. And a lot of times I don't have time for burnout, and that
Yeah.
sucks. It's even when I'm on vacation, I'm still having to work.
Yeah. I
It's
just, I hate it so much because I'm like, I wanted to do this. And then like, cause like sometimes I'll try to double book interview, not like double book, but I'll try to do it like in between the whole day so I get a bunch of interviews in. But then I'm like, crap, I have 5 interviews and now I got to edit all 5 interviews, and I'm like, okay. But like
yeah,
at
you're
the
like,
same time, yeah, I want to do it, so I have to put in the work. Like even if I'm burnt out and I'm tired today, I still got to go to work. Just
yeah,
because I just did all the typing and blah blah blah. Now I got to jump in and be a different person. Like and like work for another company, and like in my head I'm like, F this, I want to be my own boss, I want to do this. And at the same time, like I don't get that opportunity, so it's
yeah.
also hard too.
It is very hard. Like there are just some instances where it doesn't matter how tired you are. I've played shows when I'm exhausted from work. I've played shows sick. Uh, it's you just have to keep going, and that's part of being a musician or being in media of any sort is knowing that the show's got to go on no
Yeah.
matter what.
If
I
I
mean,
don't go to
you
the
can
show
tell
and
how
talk to the
tired I
band,
am.
how is he gonna know I exist? Like if I don't go to those shows and talk, if I don't try to get photos out, if I don't like try to make myself sociable, I can't get business on here. I can't get people to talk to me, and having to talk to people 24/7, I don't mind it, but at the same time I'm like
All of that,
yeah,
as well as like the
yeah,
pressure to stay relevant,
yeah.
because even if you're putting out tons of work, you still
You
got
gotta keep
months to
doing it,
fill.
yeah.
So if you just put out a single, guess what? Now you've got months of promoting that you
Yep.
have to do. If you just did an interview, then you have to promote that. If you've got
Yes.
whatever is going on, not only did you do the work to get it done because you need that work,
Mhm.
you now have months of work ahead of you to keep
Yep.
it relevant. And so it's so much pressure all the time. And especially with a musician, like you have pressure of being better than you were the last song,
Yep.
or, you know, taking bigger shows than what you did
Mhm.
last year. And it's constant pressure to just stay relevant. And
I'm
that's
always trying to find new fucking ways to make my videos better. Like I updated my equipment. Like I fucking trying to use relevant like softwares that people have known, and like it's a lot. And I also am like unsure about things too. Like I've only been doing this for 4 years now, and there's still things that I'm still learning. I'm like, what the heck? Why didn't I know this before? And I'm
girl,
constantly making my shit better.
I've been doing this for 25 years
I haven't been here that long.
and I'm still
Yes,
learning things because
yes,
it's constantly changing, and the need to be relevant, you have to adapt. And so, like, even after 25 years, I'm still pushing to learn things and to be a better vocalist, to be a better musician, to be a better content creator. And it's constantly changing every day, and then I see something else and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. Or you get to a point of
yeah,
where, like, okay, now we've played Blue Ridge and we've played Louder Than Life. How do we top that? Or this song was like number one for 6 weeks on this radio station. How do we top that? No matter how big you get, how good you get, you still have to be better. And
yep,
that's a
constantly.
whole different pressure.
Yeah, and speaking of that, what? Because we're about to run out of time. What new things have you guys got coming out soon? Like, did you just had a song come out recently? Was it Burn? Was it Burn?
Yeah,
Yes.
so we put out a single. We followed that up with the EP that it was on, with some videos. We have another song that we're going to be releasing soon. We've got a whole set list of songs that we haven't even played live or done anything with yet. So we're still writing. And that's just with the band. With my solo stuff, I just put out a song. I've got another song that I just finished that I'm getting ready to put out and trying to get the video done for that and all the promo work. So I'm working at both ends constantly to try and keep it going, because I feel like my solo work boosts the band boosts my solo work, and it goes hand in hand just like everything else. And so trying to do interviews for both of those things and booking for both of those things and keeping up with it is a lot. But we do have a lot of stuff that's coming down the pipeline, a lot of new shows, a lot of new production that we're trying to put into the live show, and just so much. So much. I don't even know. It's a long list, and trying to keep up with it is super hard. But we do have new music that's coming out, and if you haven't checked out the Hiraeth EP, that's the newest thing that we just put out. What, a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So if everybody can check that out, that's awesome. Come out to a show.
Yes. Please. Yes, let's do it. Make sure you guys check me out as a little Tay's Green Life. Hi. Actually had someone ask me if it was about weed. No, it's not. It's just about green happiness, lively, whatever. But check me out. I'm going to be on YouTube. This is where this video is going to go. And then I'm going to be on Spotify, Amazon, Apple. And I might be on a radio show called Music Roundabout Table. So that's pretty cool. And I liked having this talk for an hour with Mindy from Dying Oath. That's pretty cool.
It's been awesome. Yeah. I appreciate your time. Everybody go like, subscribe, follow this. He's doing big things for other bands, and we need the love. So
yes, please do. All right.